we discussed about the forms of precipitation. Now we are going to discuss the weather system for precipitation. Okay. So what are the system causing the precipitation, or what are the reasons behind the precipitation? What are the environmental phenomena that can cause your precipitation? Okay. So in the weather system for precipitation, the first is your front. So what is this front? This front is an interface between the two distinct air masses. Okay. The warmer air mass cools adiabatically with the consequent formation of clouds and causes the precipitation. Okay. So whenever the two different air masses of different temperature they meet, then the meeting point of these two different temperature air masses is known as your front location. Okay. So what happens? This warmer air having the lesser density will certainly rise over your colder air, and during the process of rising, this warmer air loses its heat and ultimately gets cooled, and at a certain location it could not hold any more moisture and result in the precipitation. Okay, so this front is basically an interface between the two distinct air masses. The warmer air mass cool adiabatically over the colder air, and with the consequent causes the formation of cloud and then causes the precipitation. Okay, so this is about the front weather system. The second is your cyclone. So the cyclone is very common. Okay, a cyclone is a large low pressure region. Very important. This is low pressure region cyclone with the circular wind motion. Okay, so whenever our wind blow in our circular motion, it creates a region of low pressure. Okay, so low pressure inside the low pressure, outside it is high pressure. So this circular wind motion thereby causing a low pressure on the inner side and the high pressure on the outer side. This is circular motion. A difference in the pressure is created, and so the air or the wind blow from the other location in order to fill this pressure gap situation, and in this movement it causes the cooling and ultimately result in a precipitation over the wider area. Okay, now there are two different types of cyclone. The first is your tropical cyclone and other is your extra tropical cyclone. So it is just a brief classification of a cyclone. Okay, like the cyclone, we have the anticyclone. As the name indicate, it is anticyclone. So whatever be the phenomena happening in your cyclonic situation, just thus reverse phenomena will take place in your anticyclone. Okay, so the anticyclones are the region of high pressure. Very important. This is high pressure. Earlier it was low pressure region in case of cyclone, and in case of anticyclone we have the high pressure region, and this high pressure region usually of larger extent. Okay, now this anticyclone causes the clockwise wind circulation in the northern hemisphere. So in the northern hemisphere it causes the clockwise wind circular motion, and these are characterized by the high pressure which is usually over a larger extent. Okay, and the wind in the anticyclone are of moderate speed. Okay, so it is neither of very lesser magnitude and neither of very higher magnitude. It's of the moderate speed. So here we have discussed a brief about the characteristic of anticyclonic weather system. Okay, now the two most important mode of causing the precipitation, and in fact these two modes are the actual reason of for most of the precipitation in our country, that is India. Okay, so the next weather system is your convective precipitation. So in the convective precipitation, a packet of air which is warmer than the surrounding air due to localized heating rises because of its lesser density. Okay, so a packet of air which is warmer than the surrounding air, and this warming of the air can be due to many reasons. The first one is very obvious, that is the solar radiation and the solar heating. The second and subsequent can be the heat release phenomena. Okay, so whatever be the reason causing the warming of this air, this warm air will rise over the cold air, and this rising is due to the lesser in density because your warm air will be of lighter intensity. So this warm air will rise in our atmosphere, and on rising it will cause the formation of cloud and subsequent precipitation due to the cooling with the subsequent rising. Okay. Now this warm air continues to rise, undergo the cooling and result in the precipitation. So this form of precipitation which takes place due to the temperature difference or due to the rising of the warmer air over the colder air due to the temperature variation is known as your convective precipitation. Okay. Now very important, in fact this is the most important precipitation, and in India most of the precipitation is occurring is due to the orographic precipitation. So what is this orographic precipitation? Orographic precipitation, the moist air get lifted up to the higher altitude due to the presence of mountainous barrier and consequently undergo the cooling, condensation and precipitation. Okay. So whatever the moist air that you are having, it will get lifted up to the higher altitude whenever a mountain or a barrier is encountered. That barrier will act as the carrier for these moist air, and in order to go to the other side of the mountain, the moist air are left with no other choice except to go along the height of the mountain, and on this process of rising along the mountain, a certain location at a certain position, when their temperature goes below a critical limit or a critical cooling takes place, then a large amount of these moist air will condense in the form of rain droplets and causes the heavy rain on the mountainous side or the windward side of the mountain. Okay. So this is approximately look like this. Suppose it is your mountain and this is your moist air which is traveling in the path, and in between the path this red color mountain is there. So in order to pass and to go to the other side of the mountain, these moist air left with no other side except to rise over the mountain, and on this process at some stage a moment come when the critical cooling takes place and an intense amount of rain will take place along this side, and this side is known as your windward side. Okay, windward side, and this side is known as your leeward side. Okay, so this windward side experiences a large amount of rainfall and this leeward side experiences a minor amount of rainfall or practically no amount of rainfall. Okay, so thus in the mountainous region this windward slope have the heavy precipitation and the leeward slope have lighter precipitation or practically no precipitation. Okay, in India most of the rainfall is due to this orographic precipitation. So this mode of precipitation due to the mountain barrier and subsequent rising and subsequent condensing and converting into the precipitation form is known as your orographic precipitation. Okay, and the other very important data that I have written, that the average annual rainfall for the entire country is 118.3 centimeters. So in India we have this average annual rainfall of magnitude 118.3 centimeters. So this data you should also remember. So we have discussed about the weather systems for the precipitation. Okay.